2022, you hired Ireland. You shot No Disrespect. And some more things were happening during that time.
Boy, were they?
Right.
Like a fuck fest last year. However you want to call it.
So, one of those things were, honestly, between 2022 and 2023, there have been like a series of fallouts. And it's interesting because when I watched you talking during your 10-year, that it was in 2020, and someone had asked you, have you had any fallouts? It was like 1.5 people. Mm-hmm. And I say half because the other person, y'all had already made up and it was fine. Mm-hmm. However, things have changed.
Things change fast.
Things have changed. So, one of them you have talked about. I won't say his name, but you have talked about.
I'm okay. I want to say everybody's name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a person.
Hey, nah, I don't like interviews where you don't say names. So even the person who I didn't just say is because of certain terms that we're on now.
Yeah.
And that's just sensitive information. Mm-hmm. Like when you talk about money and shit, that could be like sensitive information. But shit like this, nah, I like people to know the fucking truth. And I don't like, oh yeah, well this person and not who, motherfucker, what happened? You know, let's get fucking to it. So come on, let's get fucking to it.
Let's get to it. So, in addition to you going through, even before you went through the breakdown of Jarrell's Girls and that falling apart, right? You were already going through a friendship breakdown that was very significant and affected a lot of people because y'all were. You
hear this shit?
You did.
But why? Why did it affect a lot of people?
Who was it?
Well.
Who? Hey, what's the name starting with?
Oh, so we'll call him Big G.
We not.
Okay, so Gary.
Yes.
Gary has been in a lot of your projects. Mm-hmm. And people knew you guys to be fairly, or at least on the outside looking in, looked like y'all were very close.
Absolutely.
Definitely friends. And around the time when No Disrespect started, there was definitely a break in that friendship. Mm-hmm. A significant break in that friendship. And it started to affect other people because other people were finding out about that breakdown.
Right, how?
So,
not the interviewer freezing up. Not she.
I don't want to be a part of it.
Not her own question fucking her up.
Actually, how about you tell us how people found out about?
Because this motherfucker went around on the tour, like telling everybody. Mm-hmm. None of you niggas would have known shit if it was up to me. But no, he felt the need to go around to every fucking single one of our mutual friends, and even niggas that I can't say are his friends. You know what I'm saying? I say anybody he's met through me. Like, not even friendship, just a motherfucker, if he saw them at an event, oh, I gotta say something to them. Like, nigga, what is going on? But that's why it was such a big fucking thing, because he made it a big fucking thing and went around to all of these people and spread all of this fucking shit to where now I got niggas coming to me like, hey, man, Gary just told me this shit about, you know, such and such. Like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, what the fuck? So now I gotta go through the whole fucking story to really show niggas and pull up the receipts and show examples of, no, nigga, this is what the fuck happened. And then what I get back is, oh, damn, nah, he ain't say none of that shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, it wasn't none of that. So, no, that's the only reason any of this shit is a big fucking deal, is because he made it a big deal. Miles, personally, could give a shit fucking less. It's business. It is what it is. It fucking happens. But I had to deal with that shit so much in 2022 that it was ridiculous. I would say for like 3-4 months straight, I'm just literally almost every week I'm explaining to another person the fucking story. That that's dumb and nuts that I literally had to go through that.
Mm-hmm. So 2021, you went through depression and you finally got out of that. Well, 2022, 2021. And then you finally got out of that at the end of 2021. 2020 and then 2021 went through that depression. 2022, you you have to kind of go through this smear campaign,
nigga. Great fucking yes.
Of explaining yourself. Was everyone receptive to your side of the story, or like did you lose more friends because of some people just hearing his side of the story?
All right. The question was, did I lose any friends after explaining like my side,
or even before, like even just if someone just like didn't even listen to your side, it's like I
one
heard your
person.
side. Okay,
there's one. Then let me circle back to that person. For the most part, well, yeah, outside of that one person, everybody that I explained to, for one, either they didn't fully give a fuck because it was just like, why the fuck is he talking to me anyway? But he done said some wild shit, so let me go talk to my friend and see what the fuck's going on. Hey, nigga, really don't care what the fuck happened. We still cool. Or it was, once again, he didn't tell the whole story. That's why I tell stories the way I do, and I pull up receipts because I don't like paraphrasing shit. I don't like, oh, and then this happened. No. This is what happened. Here's the proof of what such and happened. This is what happened here. Then there. There's the dates. Like all of this fucking happened, so people can come to their own decisions. You know what I'm saying? I don't want this one-sided biased opinion of, you know what I'm saying, how something happened. I want to give people the entire story. So now you can make your own decision of what happened. If you feel like he's in the right, cool, go do your thing. If you feel like I'm in the right thing, cool, go do your thing. But I just want people to be fully fucking informed. So every time I would have this conversation with people, they weren't fully informed about what was going on. What the story was it was you know, Miles was being a dick. You know, Miles was being, you know, a boss. Like he was not listening to me and he was taking advantage of me and all of that type of shit. And it's like, you know, you say certain shit like that. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this industry. You know what I'm saying? Word of mouth is everything in this fucking industry. Shit gets around and it's like, oh, Miles, like I'm overly, I mean, you have to have a certain level of not giving a fuck, but I'm overly positive. It's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, that don't know me, that I'm sure he's fucking talked to and has said shit. And it's like, you know, now it's already a, you know, why would you work with somebody after hearing some shit like that? So it's like, you know, shit like that, it just comes with the territory in the industry. But anybody that I have actually explained to, they, no, I don't think it's ever been somebody, not one nigga has said, well, I think Gary's right. Not one person was like, I think he has a point. If anything, the consensus is you dumb motherfucker. Like you what, nigga? Like what the fuck is genuinely going on? So no, but the one person is why I still will not talk to him today. Because of that one person that didn't come to me, didn't ask me my side of the story, and they're not talking to me, and that is genuinely why I'm not open to no conversations with him at all. It's because of that one person.
So you did say you like names.
This nigga is like the comment section live. Who are you talking about? Think. Honestly, no, I'm in a place where it genuinely is what the fuck it is. Lene, this girl Lene. You know Lene? Mm-hmm. Lene did not talk to me. She didn't ask me like what was going on, but around the same time that me and Gary fell out, she stopped talking to me. And to me, that's fucked up because me and her had a certain connection, and he knows about that certain connection. So for her to stop talking to me because of him, like I'd never have anything to say to him because of that
certain connection.
Yes,
that y'all had.
We touched knees. Oh my goodness, I cannot.
Oh, so he messed up your future. Your love life.
All right.
He messed up your crush.
But this is all theoretical. This is hypothetical because I don't know for sure.
It never got to that point because...
No, I never got an explanation. So I don't know why, you know what I'm saying, that connection like dropped off, but it's, very odd.
That was the same time.
For it to be around the same fucking time. And they're like super buddy now. So it's like, she's the only person who could ever get me to talk to him. And if she's not talking to me, then I genuinely have nothing to say to him.
Has he tried to talk to you?
Yeah, through other people, but I told him straight up, like, I don't have anything to say to him. Like, I genuinely, to this point, like what the fuck would I say? Like, I have nothing to genuinely say. I don't want to hear what you have to say. Like, I don't care for any of that, like, at all, because it's just how everything happened. But it's like he just kept digging the hole deeper and deeper, like every fucking week and every month, like what he was doing and what he was saying. And now I'm just supposed to be like, oh, everything's all good, like, I didn't know what I was talking about. No, nah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things you do to people that, to me, it's just unforgivable. And I could have forgave everything, but I can't forgive that. I'm sorry, I cannot forgive that. And it's because you know. You know, nigga. And this is what the fuck you do. So, no, I'm good.
He messed up the connection.
I cannot.
Yikes. Lene, call him, girl. Y'all make up. It's going to be all right.
Okay.
Never mind. Okay. So you were going through that. You're going through a smear campaign. You're filming this film that was big for you, and then everything for the next film broke down. How can you talk about? Because a lot of this has to do with you being the boss. Can you talk about what you learned about the cost of being the boss?
I mean, I don't know if I can say I learned, but it was the first time it being put into that grand scope of things. Like, it's I've always known, I mean, as the leader, at the end of the day, you got to take responsibility for everything. If it's somebody else's fault, you still have to take responsibility for it. If, you know what I'm saying, if it's an actor, if it's somebody on the crew, like, if something messes up in a film, when you watch a film, somebody may have fucked up. You could talk about, what was it, Game of Thrones, when the little Starbucks cup was out there. That was somebody's fault. But at the end of the day, it's whoever was in leadership, that's who's going to get blamed for it. Like, not the fucking PA who left the Starbucks. Nobody's going to know that person's name. They're going to know the director's name. They're going to know the company's name that put the shit out. This is y'all fault. You know what I'm saying? Now you look like as a dumbass. So I've always known, like, that responsibility comes with it. It's just never been that big. You know what I'm saying? I've had mess ups. I've had, screw ups and stuff that I've had to take responsibility for. But that was just the biggest time that I've ever had to genuinely, like, holy shit, I have to talk to all of these people and I have to, be the face of that.
So from that, what advice would you give to someone that's up and coming and who may be looking at you like inspiration? Like, what advice would you give them for being the boss?
I mean, know what comes with it. My nigga, like, know the responsibility that comes with the role. Like, a lot of people want to be in leadership roles and they want to be the boss or whatever, but they don't think about, like, everybody thinks about the power. Think about telling people what to do, they think about being looked at as such and such and all of that good stuff, but nobody thinks about the hours. Nobody thinks about the preparation that you have to do to, be in that certain position. And I think that's the biggest thing I would tell people. It's like, do your research and understand what comes with the responsibility of being in a leadership role. Like, you're the end all be all. You get the reward and you get the punishment. Like, if something goes good, if something goes bad. So if you're not, a lot of people aren't ready for that. There's a lot of people who are in leadership positions and then ready to point fingers. Like, oh, no, it's somebody. It's no, it's not me. It's somebody. Hey, nigga, we following you, motherfucker. So what the fuck you gonna do about it? And a lot of people aren't ready for that shit. So I tell, like, you don't have to be a leader. You don't have to be a boss. My suggestion to you is to figure it out real fucking quick, whether or not you can or not. And if you know you can, if you see that you can, there's nothing wrong with being a role player. There's nothing wrong with passing the fucking ball. You know what I'm saying? You still touch the ball, cool. Get your assist and pass the fucking ball. So that's what I would tell people, man. Look, you don't have to be in this freaking position, because that's what happens a lot with a lot of the fallouts that happen. A lot of people have the issues of, Miles being the boss and they feeling like they're like, I'm not listening to what they're saying and stuff. But as, somebody with experience with doing this, you know what I'm saying, that comes with me knowing certain things, you know what I'm saying, that comes with the experience of me knowing how to do certain things and the outcomes, and then knowing that, one of the issues with me and Gary was he wanted certain things to happen, but I didn't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't believe like it was a smart decision. And that comes with being the leader. You got to make decisions whether you think they're smart or not. Now, I could have been right. I could have been fucking wrong. But at the end of the day, it's going to be my fault if I make this fucking decision. Nobody's going to look at fucking Gary like, oh man, Gary, you're stupid. No, Miles is cool, but no, you're stupid. You made a bad decision. No, they're going to look at me like, hey, Miles, why the fuck would you do that in this film? Like, well, like, no, that was stupid. No, you suck. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be on me. So, and he didn't fucking understand that. And a lot of people don't understand that's what comes with the leadership as far as like the making decisions. Like you're going to be the end all be all as far as like what it looks like. So I think a lot of people just don't fucking understand that.
Yeah. Okay. So those were some of the rough times in 2022. But then in 2023, things started to kind of look up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's stay on this for a little minute, man. Because it was a bunch of fallouts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was a bunch. You know
Let's list them out.
No, that is, man. Like 2022, it was like, what the fuck, bro? Like literally, the first one was this girl named Deb. You know Deb?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Do you know Deb?
Didn't know you.
No,
okay.
Deb. No, felt she was the first one because of Jarrell's Girls. Like Jarrell's Girls, the table read and shit. Like it was. She showed her ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was a bitch. Like, straight up. Not even gonna hold you. She was a bitch throughout the entire fucking process. And she showed her entire ass. And that just opened my eyes to a lot as far as, like, with her. Like, because she's a very talented actress. Mm-hmm. So fucking incredibly talented. Mm-hmm. But she's also a bitch. So, with that, it comes with, I would look at the talent and I would just like, just side-eye. I was like, oh, it's just Deb being Deb or whatever. But it just got to that boiling point where it was like, oh my gosh, hey, I can't fucking deal with this person no more. And literally when I stopped fucking talking to her, it was like a fucking 500-pound man got off my chest. Like I felt so relieved. Like the fucking relief I felt from not fucking with her anymore was, good God. It genuinely felt like Season of Happiness all over again. Like I felt like, holy shit, wow, no, this is another level of fucking happiness. Like, cause it just, it's just that monkey. That was just, yeah, get off me. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like that. So it was her, and then it was, man, I don't want to mention her, cause I still fucking really love this girl, Marlena, man. Me and Marlena fucking fell out again because of that. She didn't agree like with why I got rid of Deb and like half of the cast pretty much or whatever. And that's another one of those things where it was the experience coming into play. Like I did it because of these reasons and she didn't understand those reasons. But she never produced shit. She never made shit. She don't really understand, the ins and outs of, the biggest thing that you deal with in this industry is people. That's your biggest fucking resource. That's your biggest thing that you're always going to fucking deal with. So if you don't know and understand people, then, that's where you're going to fall in a lot of fucking places if you don't understand that shit. So it's like I fell out with her, but at the end of the day, for me, it was just business with her because, it just wasn't going to work. But it's like, personally, I still love fucking Marlena, man. I hit her up every now and then. She don't reply back, but But yeah, no, Marlena, that's my little sister, man. She's so cool. Then it was fucking Gary, and then it was fucking this year with the goddamn Ashanti. Good God, right? Then it was 2023 with her, and she's just a little Deb. You know what I'm saying? She's just the same type of fucking person as Deb is. So just going through pretty much the same shit with her. And once again, somebody not knowing the fucking industry and how fucking shit works, and then just doing dumb shit. It was just like all of those type of people. I just didn't want around me. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want ignorance like around me because. I tell people this all the time. It's not going to be you. It's going to be the people around you that's your downfall. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's most of the time, it's never actually the person. It's the people that you had around you. It's the people that you let make decisions around you. It's the people that around you did something. But once again, they're not getting the publicity. You're the famous person, so you're getting the fucking publicity. And it's ruining you. So it's like I've always been so cautious about the people that I've had around me. And just recently, in the past 2 years, I'm just being more cautious about these type of fucking people because I'm seeing certain shit and I'm just like, yeah, nah, man, I can't have that fucking around me. I can't fucking deal with that. So, all right, cool. I just wanted to,
Call them out.
Using it as examples, I don't like it. I don't want this to be looked at as being petty or any of that type of shit. It's more so, once again, the examples. Like, it's examples of the experience and the life that I have fucking lived and dealt with that, you know what I'm saying, use it as, that's how I've become, that's how I learn how I operate with knowledge and stuff. Like, I've looked at hundreds, if not thousands of fucking interviews of, people coming up in, people in the industry and how they've operated and stuff. And that's how I've learned, so much, how I've learned what not to do. So I'm saying I say these specifically just to, show people examples and show people, hey, anybody watching this interview on down the line in the years or watching it, present time, it's like, you stay away from certain shit and hopefully you won't have to go through what the fuck I went through.
Mm-hmm. Which on that though, right? Like I want to be clear with, if you can be more clear with why you and Debbie or you and Ashanti fell out, because I don't want it to just be you calling them a B and then let that be that. Because if someone else is watching and knows who you're talking about, I would hate for them to categorize them as such without meeting them. So
I dig that. No, I dig that because the same thing, like like Gary probably did, like calling me such and such, and people never meeting me, not knowing me, that type of stuff. All right, so with Deb, I mean, like I said, she showed her ass. She was very much at that table read, the first table read for Jarrell's Girls. She was I don't even want to pull it up, but it was like, I want to say like 10, 15 minutes late. But she told me like 5 minutes before that she was going to be super late. And I was very much a stickler. I am a stickler for, time and like everybody being on time and stuff. And if you're going to be fucking late, let a nigga know. Like if you were going to be 10, 15 minutes late, you knew you were going to be, late before that time. So, but then also, once again, when she got there, it was like, no apology. It was like, it was very much, it's this ego, it's this ego really that she has that, when you finally get to a boiling point with somebody, you start looking back at everything, about the whole friendship, the whole life and stuff. Like, she's very, and I was just talking to somebody about this shit yesterday. Like, I don't like throwing this word around because I feel like people use it as a defense mechanism and they don't use it correctly. But for me, and I will always tell her this, like with me and her relationship, like I don't know how she is with other people, but for me, she's a very narcissistic person. Like she's very much a for her, by her, all about her type of person with our friendship. I don't know how she was with other people, but with us, it was all about her. We'd only talk about her. It was, come support me for this. She would never come to anything, for Miles, for SVS. She never did, any of that type of shit. She'd only, I can't even say help with SVS, unless like she was getting paid for something or if it was like super convenient for her. So it was never like our friendship, it was never mutual. It was never balanced. Like it was all pretty much narcissistic for her. And looking back at the conversations that we've had, like it was very much, it's just for her, you don't give a fuck about nobody but your goddamn self. So it's like at the table read, just reached that fucking boiling point to where I can't fucking deal with this anymore. And as far as, evidence and backup, I'm not the only motherfucker there that felt that fucking way. So it was two new girls at the table read that we casted. And she's acting this way in front of like these new people. She pissed DeMarcus off, and once she pissed DeMarcus off, I'm sorry, it's great comedy to be honest, which is great comedy, but you pissed him off. So it's like, he coming at you like as well. So they were like going at each other like at the fucking table read and shit. And so I got these two new people who ain't never met none of us that are seeing this is how SVS operates. Once again, I gotta take responsibility for that. I'm not the one doing the shit, but this is my company. This is my production. They're looking at me like, oh, this is how you let shit ride in your company and type shit. So it's like, when I had to go and sit down and I talked to both of those girls and I let them know like what the situation was. And then they agreed. Like they didn't like, you don't conduct yourself like that. As a fucking actor, you don't fucking do this. Even if you're homies, this is business. We're in business, but you're showing your ass. You're acting out. Like, you're acting a fucking asshole in this situation. You don't care who fucking sees you type shit. So the girls who I talked to, when I talked to them, they're like, yeah, no, she gotta go. Like, yeah, no. Like, they were thinking about dropping out of the project because of her. Because of how she fucking acted at that fucking table reading shit. So, yeah, I don't, like, it's not just me calling her a bitch and me, like, bashing her and shit. Like, this is definitely a build up to a boiling point. And it was just like the table read was like that cherry on top for me, to where it's like, okay, I can't deal with this person anymore. When it comes to Ashanti, it was more so she did some foul fucking shit. She's trying to condense it. Like, she went behind my back and reached out to the distributor about getting the cover for the Lost Sex Tape, like, down. Like, she, you know what I'm saying? She literally reached out to them and emailed them instead of coming to me. Like, I talked to her about it, you know what I'm saying? And she said she was cool. You know what I'm saying? Everything's fucking good with the cover. And then I find out that she emailed them, because they forwarded her email to me, like, hey, can you talk to your actress about this? I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I would have if she would have fucking came to me, which we did talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, after we talked about it, it wasn't no issue. It wasn't like, oh, you know what I'm saying, I still feel the type of way. Oh, I don't like this. You know, we need to stay. No, it was like, hey, gotcha. No worries. Everything's cool. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you're saying to me as a friend, but then now I find out you go behind my back and you go and email my fucking distributor, now that's foul shit. That's a fucking problem. And that's not how business fucking works. Like, that's not how an actor should not be fucking emailing the damn distributor that you have no fucking relationship with. Like, the fuck? So that's why it was over with me and her. Because that's like, what, nigga?
Okay. For context, the Lost Sex Tape original cover was a bit risque.
Oh, yes, it was. Yeah.
Pretty
Which
risque.
she agreed to it, and she was cool with it.
Right. It seems that there was a point at which she was not cool with it. And maybe, I don't know the situation. Maybe she just didn't feel like you were hearing her. I don't know. This is just me speculating.
Yeah, so let me stop that. Because we had the conversation.
Okay.
I checked with her 3 times. Are you okay? Are you good? We're not going to be beefing about this. Each time it was, yeah, no, it's all good. She just said she wasn't going to promote it on her Instagram. She said, you said it's too late. It's all good. No worries. These are verbatim texts from her. If you're saying this to me, why would I assume anything different?
Maybe when you said that it was too late, she was like, dang, it's too late. I'm uncomfortable with this, but what can I do about this? I got it. Let me see if I can figure this out. Let me talk to the distributor.
Would you do that?
I am an interviewer today. And so.
Peggy, that's very unprofessional. No way how you can put it. You can, however you want to look at it with the maybes. That was very unprofessional to do. And once again, as the leader and the boss, it makes me look fucking unprofessional, because why you ain't got your actresses in check? Like, they don't understand like what's going on. And then what she said in the email, like, I don't approve of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want this out and all of that stuff. Facts. She signed a contract. If I wanted to put that shit out, it would be out. You released all your images, all your likeness, all your voice in regards to that fucking film. But as a friend, I understood, so I wasn't going to necessarily do that. But if I wanted to just put it out, I'm in my legal right to fucking do so. Sure.
Yes. And I do think that for us as actors, filmmakers in the independent circuit, I mean, not even in independent, like, just regardless, when you're in films and when you're signing stuff, make sure you know what you're signing, because you know, like, I think when we work with friends, you just working with your friend, right? You just don't really think much of it. Maybe sometimes until the back end where you're like, dang, like, but now you signed something, and now it's a little bit too late. And so I think that is a lesson for all of us who are in film or just shooting anything. When you signing something, make sure that you're clear on what comes after that. So hopefully, I think it's been a lesson for everybody, right? to. Be careful. Anyway,
I've been trying to reach new heights, yeah.